Welcome back, everybody, to the Kansas Jayhawks Dynasty mode here, episode 38, as we continue this third season up against the Texas Tech Red Raiders in this Big 12 matchup. As you can see, we have already taken a 6-4 record, clinching a bowl game for the second straight year, but our season is not even close to being over. We have an opportunity now to make our best record so far in this series. Last year we finished with 7 wins and we finished a 7-6 overall record. This year we have a chance to hit 8 if we can win both of these games, or 9 if we can win all 3 games left on the schedule, including the bowl game. Unfortunately, we have no chance to get into the conference championship game. We are just too far behind Texas and Oklahoma, considering we lost to both of them, so we don't hold the tiebreaker for either of those teams. So that is a no-go for us this year, but hopefully next year, after a great season this year, we can improve into that stage. But today we have to focus on the opponent at hand. The Red Raiders struggled this year after having an excellent showing last season, but we've got an opportunity today to continue our winning streak once again. Hawley, on the first play of the game, finds Cardell, who's hit and he fumbles it. Recovered by the lineman Buildy. And just like that, the Jayhawks start out on the wrong foot. Trevor Cardell, right there, wide open, tries to do too much with it, and he is taken down hard, dropping it and leaving it there like an egg on the ground. This Texas Tech team is a fairly young team. They don't have much leadership, but where they have it is where it matters most. Here is the quarterback, Donovan Smith, who's going to get it to the receiver, Miles Price, and Smith had an excellent outing last week, so he's looking to keep his momentum going as they get it to Ashad Clayton, and there it is. 6 yards, 6-0, most likely going to be 7-0 as Clayton gets them their first points of the day, and the Jayhawks struggle here. 3rd and 9 on offense. Hawley wants to throw it, got his man, he's short of the marker. 7 yards, needed 9, so they go 3 and out, and they settle for a field goal or a punt. This one flies on the ground. A great field on the run right there, and White's got it all the way down. 31 yards on the return, about to the 25-yard line. What a return there. And the Red Raiders on a 4th and inches. They want to go for it. They send a man in motion. That was the fullback, Lloyd. Smith not going to run it. He wants to throw it. He's got Jed Castles, who muscles his way down. 14 yards, and now they're at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, 7-0, looking to make it 14-0. Donovan Smith with a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Red Raiders, who are 3-8 on the season so far, have a 14-0 lead early in this first quarter. Hawley now wants to throw it, and he launches it outside. He had a man beat on the corner route, but he overthrows Luke Grimm there. So now a 3rd and 8 after the incomplete pass and another short run. This time he finds Grimm, and we're able to get some positive yardage for about the first time today. 12 yards on that catch and run on the short crossing route. Now a 2nd and 6. Hawley wants to give it to Neal. He's going to play action, fire downfield again. Who else would that be? Luke Grimm with a 13-yard catch. And this team's looking to get a little rhythm going. Conrad Hawley calling some audibles. Wants to take the snap, and he does. Out of the shotgun. Firing. Got his man, Stephen McBride, and he's flipped over the line to gain. That'd be a 13-yard catch there on that slant. Less than 2 minutes now in this first quarter. A 3rd and 5. A crucial play here. Hawley looking to throw, rolling around. Firing back to Cardell. He loses a yard on the play, and a 4th and 6. They will settle for this field goal. Surprisingly, rarely do we see the Jayhawks settle for a short field goal. They usually go for it under head coach Smeams, but this time they're going to go with the points and get on the board here in this first quarter as we dwindle down to the final minute for Donovan Smith on a 2nd and 4. He fires outside, and it's almost going to be intercepted, but instead it's caught, and Trey Cleveland, 21 yards down the field. They get on a 2nd and 6 later on that same drive as John Quay Lewis could not jump for that one. This one's Smith showing his athleticism and the speed as he runs over some people into the 5-yard line and down to about the 2. 25 yards for Smith on that run, and a 3rd and goal. Can the Jayhawks bend but not break? They're going to give it to Clayton. This time he's going to the outside. He is in the end zone. 21-3 is going to be the score as Ashad Clayton gets that one right there on the halfback stretch to the left side. And a 3rd and 5 for this Jayhawks offense as they get it, but it is just short of the line to gain. So you know they are going for it on a 4th and 2. Conrad Hawley looking to throw all alone, firing, and he's got him. He actually went to one of the deeper targets as James Smith is able to make the play. And now a 2nd and 12 later on that drive. Hawley looking to throw, nobody's open, so he runs and he makes a man miss, sliding down. Nice little 15-yard scamper there for Conrad Hawley. We forget to use his athleticism as much as we should. He is a very mobile quarterback when he's back there running out of that pocket, but now a 3rd and 7. Another field goal doesn't do much to help as Hawley fires on the slant back of the end zone, and he's got it. 9-yard touchdown reception, James Smith. And not back of the end zone, but he was behind all the defenders, still in heavy traffic on that throw. But the Jayhawks do just enough to score there on that one. This time Smith is going to get taken down. 3rd and 15 after a 5-yard loss. Caleb Taylor finally gets this Jayhawks defense a stop of some sorts on 2nd down. So now we just need to keep them from getting it here. 3rd and 15. He fires to Bradley, and he's going to get there. Jaron Bradley with a 16-yard strike, and the Jayhawks defense continues to struggle on defense. Here they go, though, bringing Cleveland in motion. It's not going to be a run. It's a pass again. Jed Castles is wrestled down after 20 yards. And our defense just does not seem to be able to get off the field. We're getting them till 2nd and long, 3rd and long, but we just cannot stop them when we need to as Steven Parker rushes them, and it's intercepted. Romello Dotson. Beautiful play, just what we needed to get back into this game as Steven Parker brings a ton of pressure up the middle, and Devin Neal is going to respond to that with a 9-yard run, really his first positive run of the day. Now a 1st and 10. Hawley looking to throw, firing, got his man. Cardell rolling down 5 yards more down the field. And on the same drive, 3rd and goal, less than 30 seconds remain in the half. We cut it down to just a 4-point game, 21-17 as the Red Raiders take over with about 14 seconds remaining on a 2nd and 3. Smith out of the shotgun. He has Clayton to his right, wants to go deep, and he's got a man deep. It's Bradley. Bradley into the open field. And unfortunately for us, that would open up a quick field goal here with 4 seconds left, about a 40-yarder, maybe 39 yards. He's going to knock that one right there close to the left upright. And going into halftime, we'll be down by 7 as the Red Raiders capitalize on some flukes in that Jayhawks coverage. Now on a 1st and 10, Clayton is brought down. That was Donovan Gaines, the cornerback, on a blitz. And now a 3rd and 11. This would probably be the biggest drive of the day if we could get them off the field. 3rd and 11. Going outside to Bradley, and he steps out of bounds. 6-yard loss or 6-yard gain on the play. Still needed 4 to get the 1st down. This time, though, it's Hawley on a 1st and 10 rolling out. Hopefully he doesn't get sacked, and he gets around his man down the field. Cuts out of bounds for 15 more yards. An excellent run there. Now a 1st and 10. Hawley, just don't throw an interception. He's rolling out to his left. Cuts back inside. He's hit and he fumbles it. Didn't get to slide, and Anderson's going to recover it. The Red Raiders have another opportunity to take the lead, or extend their lead actually on this drive as he goes outside, and it's almost intercepted again. He's got his hands on his head. Deuce Mayberry knows he should have had that one, but a 3rd and 3 here. Can we get another stop? Back-to-back stops would be huge, but Donovan Smith is too big on that 8-yard run. And now the Red Raiders are in a position here, close to the red zone to score again. 2nd and 11. Smith wants to throw, got his tight end Castles, breaking tackles, and down 13 yards later. He's at about the 11-yard line. So a 2nd and inches now. Donovan Smith probably going to give it to Clayton or keep it himself. No, it's a play action and a rollout, firing, end zone, wide open. Jaron Bradley. There it is, another touchdown on the board for the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and the Jayhawks looking to get anything going, and it's intercepted. Carter, the cornerback, cuts the route by James Smith, and he's into the end zone, tripped up at the 1, but he crosses it. And Roland Carter, just amazing awareness there as Conrad Hawley just threw this game away late in this third quarter on a pick six. His first interception thrown so far today, and before that he had been very careful with the ball. And now the Jayhawks are going to be rushing against the clock here even more just to score. But unfortunately, they do give the ball back to the Red Raiders here in this third quarter, as it's going to go up the middle to Clayton in a 19-yard run. Defense is looking a little soft here up the middle. Let's see, on a 3rd and 11, Smith on a screen pass, not even open. Great coverage there by the defense. All kinds of people over that one. And the Jayhawks have another opportunity here late in the third quarter. 1:04 remains. Hawley rolling out, looking to throw. Nobody's open, so he takes it himself, and he makes the man miss just enough to get about 18 on the play, and now they go on a 2nd and 4. Gonna give it to Neal on a counter play. Great moves up the middle, and he's gonna get the first down inside the red zone at about the 10-yard line now, 2nd and 4. Final second, they get the snap off. Hawley slings it on the slant, and he's got it. Tristan Golightly, 8 yards and a touchdown. And the Jayhawks are back in this one, 38-24. Donovan Smith on a 1st and 10, breaking tackles, pushing a man forward 15 yards. He got hit at about the 8-yard mark, and he just kept going with that defender right on his hip. Now a 3rd and 4. Smith is going to go across the middle, and his receiver is finally slung down after a nice crossing route. So 6:45 remains. This defense has to come up with something. Donovan Smith firing, and it's intercepted. Donovan gains in the coverage, and he's going to return it back past the 40, maybe around the 37-yard line there. 1st and 10 for the Jayhawks. Just what they needed to get back in this game. Hawley wants to throw it. Nobody's open, so he rolls around. Got him deep downfield. Diving catch by Grimm. Unfortunately, Hawley could not keep that one on target, but it's still a 1st and 10 downfield, and Luke Grimm gets lit up trying to make a stop on the dime, and a 1st and goal now. Play action to Neal. Nobody's open instantly, so he rolls out, fires across his body into the end zone. Trevor Cardell, 6 yards, and it's 38-31 as the Red Raiders come back onto the field. And a 2nd and 4 for Smith and company. He wants to throw it this time, and he's got his receiver Trey Cleveland. And Cleveland's got another 16-yard catch and run there. Might be a lot to ask, but this defense really needs another turnover. 3rd and 2. Clayton's going to get there, but he's stopped. Doesn't get a single yard as they needed to. And as time continues to click down, the Red Raiders will take a 10-point lead and what could be an insurmountable comeback in this final 3:54 of this quarter. Now a 1st and 10. Hawley, play action on the play, rolling and fires deep downfield, and it's dropped. James Smith wide open, and he likely has a lot more yards if he comes down with that. So now a 2nd and 10 after the drop. Hawley going right back to the same spot, and this time it's McBride making the catch and running for another 5 or 6 yards. 3rd and 3. Hawley looking to throw it this time. Nobody's open, and he's sacked. Losing 9 on the play. 4th and 11. And the Jayhawks looking for a field goal. Borsia is wide right. That could do it if this Texas Tech team can run it efficiently. And Clayton on the first play of the next drive is wide open down the field. 23 yards. Excellent blocking. And as you can see, they went down the field and they were able to get a quick field goal on a 4th and 3 as they continue to run the clock down. And this Jayhawks defense is just defeated in this game. They really had a chance there in that beginning of the second half. But as you'll see, 44-31 is going to be the final as the Red Raiders, with 3 seconds on the play clock, will snap it back, send it through the uprights. And the Jayhawks will realize or get their 5th loss of the season now. 6-5 on the year. Having a chance to go 7-5 would be a great opportunity and still hit that 8-win mark with the bowl game. But next week we've got a crucial rival matchup against the Kansas State Wildcats. who we dominated last year in a late season heroic game to clinch a bowl appearance. Very disappointed with that performance. I think we definitely should have won that game. Conrad Hawley did finish with 3 touchdowns, but the 3 interceptions, one was a pick 6, and the other 2 came at really crucial moments in the game. So just a bad performance by him overall. Devin Neal never got it going. 17 of 35, only 2 yards per carry. He did have the 1 short touchdown. The bright spot on offense was Conrad Hawley's rushing ability today. 9 for 82, averaged about 9 yards per rush on that one. Trevor Cardell did have 9 for 69 and a touchdown, but that fumble at the beginning of the game really put us behind the entire time. Stephen McBride, 7 for 81, and Luke Grimm is 6 for 90. James Smith and Tristan Golightly both had pretty good games with touchdowns respectively for each of them. And defensively, we didn't play that great. Not a lot of sacks today. I think we maybe only had 1 or 2. Yeah, we had 1 for the day. Caleb Taylor with the 1 sack. And we did have a few interceptions. Donovan Gaines, Romello Dotson really showed up on the defense when we needed them to. Unfortunately, we couldn't use it to our advantage. But despite the loss, we do have some very exciting news. As you guys will see, probably the biggest single week amount of commits I've ever gotten. We're actually down to basically only a bunch of guys that I'm not even really caring about whether we get them or not. Just some guys that I'm recruiting just because I have to recruit somebody. And as you can see, we got a lot of recruits in the last week. We picked up David Nichols, a 78 overall JUCO athlete. And I'm just really excited. Look how high this class has jumped up. I believe right now we are 17th with 18 total commits. 14 3-stars, which isn't the best, but still it's decent. 1 4-star and 3 2-stars. I know we can do stuff with that. And we're up there with the amount of commits as some of the bigger schools in the country. We just don't have the talent as far as commits go. So I'm really excited to see what we can do in these final few weeks going into the offseason, because these guys have to visit. And like Eric Bell, he visited already. We're number 1 in his spot. This guy we're behind on, but he still has to visit, so we should be able to jump up a little bit. Marcel Cox, we should be able to jump up a little bit if he does visit, or does finally want to visit next week. Then Joel Williams, he's got to visit too. We just have a lot of people that have to visit still. So I know we can jump up on a lot of these players and really make a big run for a lot of them. And we only have 7 spots left on the scholarship, so I'm kind of nervous what it's going to do as far as if the really bad guys commit before the good guys do. But we should be able to, if we count them out, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that I really want. So if we miss out on a few of those, it's not going to be anything too heartbreaking. But other than that, all we have to look forward to now next week is a few commits, hopefully, and a very intense rivalry game against a 7-4 Kansas State Wildcats team. Last year, we took advantage of their defense being a little below average. But this year, as you can see, they're not playing around. They started out with a loss, won 4 straight. Then they really struggled in their next 4 games as they played 3 ranked opponents, losing to every single one of them. But they dominated Texas Tech and they dominated Oklahoma State. So it's going to be a tough matchup no matter what. If you guys did enjoy this video and you enjoyed this series, comment down below what your score predictions are for next week's game against our rival, in-state rival, I should say. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you do enjoy these videos, as it helps me understand what you guys enjoy to see the most and what type of commentary style you guys enjoy the most. And I'll see you guys next episode as we take on the Kansas State Wildcats.